Graduation makeup needs to survive heat, tears, flash photography, and your parents staring at you like you're on the red carpet. I'm showing you graduation makeup that lasts all day, doesn't get cakey, looks great in photos, beginner friendly, no gatekeeping, because today is not the day to be looking like a melting candle. So if you're graduating and don't want your makeup sliding off before you touch the stage, this tutorial's for you. Disclaimer, I'm going to be putting all the products I'm using in this corner, and if it is not an affordable product, I will put an affordable option. But if you already have your own set of products, go ahead and use them and just follow my routine then. Graduation makeup actually starts with skin prep, and this is where most people mess up. So let me show you how to properly do it. You're either going to want to go in with a hyaluronic acid or a toner. This way you can simply hydrate your skin without putting on tons of layers of skincare. If you over moisturize, your makeup will slide. If you under prep, it's going to crack. We're trying to go for a balance in the middle, not Hailey Bieber glazed donut like it's a skincare ad, okay? Make sure you rub it in very evenly all around the skin, and do not forget to get your neck and let it dry until it is completely dry. Completely. Next is your brows. This is where most people mess up, so pay attention. You're going to take your spoolie, push your brow hairs down, take your pencil, and lightly do this. Go in a line and then down to create the arch in the tip. Now you're going to take your brush, go up, and do the same exact thing, but underneath your eyebrow, connecting all the way to the tail, and then filling in the rest. The spoolie and brush up. This is going to blend in the product. That way your brow does not look super dark or super heavy. Now you're going to go in with your eyebrow gel and evenly coat your brows. That way they stay up and last all day long, setting in the brow pencil and your brow hairs. Now moving on to base. Your base needs to look just as good as it does on camera and in person. This is where people mostly mess up, is their primer. You need to go in with a pore smoothing primer. This one is going to allow your makeup to have a smooth canvas, blur your skin for photos, and allow it to stay all day long. For our base, we want thin layers. So if you're like me and you have dark under eyes, go in with a little bit of orange color corrector. That way we can look seamless and look like we got 8 hours of sleep. Going in with a brush or sponge is your choice. If you want to use a brush, just know that you will have to either apply less product because brushes do not absorb product like a sponge does. Now, after you do that, go ahead and apply your foundation. Make sure that when you go to blend in your foundation, it is blending into your skin. We do not want it sitting on top of our skin like freshman year photos, okay? Recommend using a brush. That way you can get a super seamless application, and it also maximizes the coverage. As well as your foundation, you don't want a full coverage foundation. Go in with a light to medium biddable coverage. That way you can apply as much as you would like. Next, you're gonna go in with some cream blush. This is a underpainting technique. That way, when you go to apply everything else, your makeup will seem super flawless and smooth. When applying your blush, make sure you go all the way under the eye and all the way up to the temples. This sounds weird, but don't worry, we will correct this later with concealer. Now that your under eyes and cheeks look like a cherry red tomato, go in with your concealer and you're gonna apply a little bit in the inner corner, right on the side of the nose, right here, and then right here to give a lift. Then take your brush or sponge and you're going to blend right here into the nose and down by the smile lines. And then you're going to take your brush and in the inner corners, again, in the inner corner and onto the nose. And then you're also going to swipe down. And when you get to this part of the eye, you're going to blend up and down. This way you have a lifted look that still covers the blush in the area without it looking super harsh, and it keeps it super seamless. If you have too much product or extra on your brush, go ahead and swipe right underneath. That way you can carve out your cheekbone, but if not, that's okay because we'll be doing that later when we get to bronzer. Now we're getting into bronzer. This is where you want to look snatched, but also warm. You're going to take your bronzer and you're going to go right here on the forehead. You're also going to go right here and go a little bit over the blush. We don't want to cover it all, but we want to go just over it enough so it blends in with the concealer and it blends in with our blush. And we're also going to take the bronzer and do this face. It's going to look funny. You see that? That was my cheekbone. Do it again. And blend right underneath it. That way you can have a super snatched jawline in those photos. Look at that already. Look at the enhancement. Then you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. And again, for the forehead, blend up. It is okay to have this area lighter than this area. That way it looks like you got a natural sun-kissed look. Another very important part about bronzer is getting the ears. Your ears are a part of your face. You don't want your ears to be white and your face to be brown. That is gonna look crazy. You don't wanna look like J-Lo. Now this part is super important so that your makeup lasts through your crying at graduation. Go in with a finely milled setting powder because this way it'll get into your pores, not in a bad way. That way you look like a smooth canvas. You want to look like a Snapchat filter in real life. You're going to go under the eyes just like this. You're going to blend all the way up just like that. And then use whatever excess to get this area. You're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. And then use, again, whatever excess to get the forehead as well. We want to set the entire face. Now you're going to go in with pressed powder. I know you're probably thinking, Ethan, I'm going to look like a powdered freaking donut after this. I'm telling you, this is going to be the thing that holds your makeup, blurs, and smooths for those photos. This way, your makeup is bright under the eye and it keeps it locked in all day. This is literally my key to having my makeup last, like I swear to God, 48 hours. And if you have larger pores around this area, your chin or your forehead, just go ahead and put it over there. That way it can cover up your pores and you look smooth and flawless. Like, look, I look like a Snapchat filter right now. I know this is going to sound crazy. You're going to go in with some powdered blush. If your blush is super pigmented like mine, you can go in with a really light nude one. But if you have more of a natural blush, then go ahead and with some powder. That way you can enhance the look. You're going to go in with some powder bronzer just to set the bronzer that we already used for cream in the same areas and go over the blush completely. That way it dials it back a little bit and you look super smooth and flawless. This is an option you can completely skip, but if you want an Ozempic-like nosy, go in with a little bit of contour and a contour brush, tap it off, and you're gonna start right here in the inner corner next to the brow and do it on the same exact side. This way it's going to snatch your nose. Then take this powder here and just drag it all the way down. Curve it around your button. Do the same thing on the other side. Take some excess powder, go underneath, get this area. This way, it creates a shadow. So when you look like this, you can only see this part, which gives you that button-like nose. Then push up your nose. You see how you see that natural line? Take your brush, go right over a little bit. Use your finger, go in a circle motion. If your brush is thin, you can go ahead and do that. Again, put some powder underneath. Get all the way underneath the brow bone. That way it seamlessly pulls the entire look together. And just like that, you have a slim Ozempic-like nosy. Now we're gonna do mascara. This part is completely optional. You do not have to do it if you don't like it. However, go in with a lash curler if you have one. That way, oh my God, I just poked myself. That way your lash is super curled. Be careful not to stab yourself in the eye like I did because it does hurt. Now you're gonna go in with your mascara and you're gonna take your mascara. I recommend the L'Oreal Telescopic just because look how thin that applicator is. That way you can get right on top of the lashes. Doing that is going to, one, allow your lashes not to drop midday. And take your finger, or if you are like me and you have a lash comb, take a lash comb and separate the mascara. That way it evenly disperses them and you don't have really clumpy lashes. Now you're going to want to set your face. I go in with 4 setting sprays. However, that is not necessary for everyone, but you want to at least go with 2. 1 to lock in the powders and set them in place, and 2 to melt the powders in place. Make sure you set your face evenly and let it completely dry. Look, gloss is cute, but graduation is not the day to be applying lip gloss every 5 seconds. So you're going to want to get a lip liner, a lip stain, and a thick lip gloss. This is the Broadway one. You can pick this up at your local beauty store or on Amazon. Now, if you don't like this lip liner I'm about to show you, I have literally over hundreds on my page, so go check out my lip liner playlist. Otherwise, you're going to go in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Ever, and you're going to want to go up just a little bit above your lip. That way you're not overlay lining, but that way you're not underlining and your lips look thin. And you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, all the way down. And then when it comes to the bottom, you're just going to go on your actual bottom line. Just gonna go up and in the corners. Take your finger, blend it out, get any imperfections, and again, blend it out again. I know my lip liner looks so crazy. I like really fat, juicy lips, but I'm going somewhere after this, so don't mind me. Now you're gonna go with your lip stain and you're going to tap it in the center of your lip liner. Do that your grandma always taught you to do. And then you're going to let it dry. Completely dry. Now you're going to take your lip gloss and apply just a little bit to get that nice sheer shine. This lip gloss is super duper thick, so it's literally going to last you all day long. I'm going in with my finger to evenly blend that out. Look at that. Stunning. Now this is graduation makeup that lasts, looks good, and will not betray you in photos. Trust me, the reason why we didn't do a huge eyeshadow look is because in 20 years, you don't want to look back on your photo and be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? How do you think the people feel about who graduated in 2016? If you want makeup that actually works in real life and is none of that fake influencer bullshit, make sure you hit that subscribe button because, bitch, I will be posting more of these. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next, and I'll make sure I get to them. I love you all so much, besties, and I hope you guys have an amazing time at graduation. If you're not graduating, this is a great tutorial to share and send to your friends or for you to just use on a regular basis or a night out. But happy graduation to all of my 2026 graduates out there. I love you all so much, besties. Mwah.